Hello, Business 270 students. This is Professor Hassey. I am your instructor for Business 270 Online, this fall session number 1 of 2022, and welcome. We have a full class, 25 students. I'm going to be busy. And because of that, I got off to a little bit of a slow start this fall. Today's date is Thursday, August 25th. We're already halfway through our very first week of study, and I have yet to introduce the course to you. So I apologize for that. That will not happen again. Our schedule is we have 2 videos per week, an introduction video at the beginning of the week. Our weeks go from Monday through Sunday. And then we have a follow-up video on Friday or Saturday at the end of the week to review problems and review the material and to help you with any assignments you might have for that week. Fortunately, this week we have no actual problems to do. You're just reviewing the definition of what is statistics out of the sections in chapters 1 through 4, and those sections that you are responsible for are highlighted in week 1 of the Blackboard site. Your only graded work this week is to post to the discussion forum a bio about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us what you think statistic is as of now. What is your impression or definition of statistics, and give a little example. That is for a grade. That's part of your class participation grade, and that is due this Sunday, August 28th at midnight. Next week, we'll talk about chapter 5 and do a case study. Now, what a case study is, don't anybody get all concerned about that. It's just a set of problems to highlight the key points of our first week of study, what is statistics. And don't worry about that. I'll explain that as we get going here. So again, my name is Rick Hassey. I have been teaching at the University of Laverne for over 30 years. I have been a full-time professor of the College of Business for 9 years. I, for many years, ran my own investment banking company and retired. And now I teach full-time and play golf and get fat. So that's what brought us here to this online course. I am speaking live and in color from my office in Claremont, California, and looking forward to working with you all. This is an introduction video just to talk about the course. Make sure you feel comfortable with it. Remember, I have office hours every Thursday night, and I'll show you where that link is in a variety of places in our information. If you have any questions or concerns, you can come on Thursday evening anytime between 6 and 9 p.m. And I'll be here in my office in Claremont to answer any questions or to help you with any confusions you may have about the course. So let's start off, first of all, by looking at our Blackboard site. And I hope you've had time to look at that site and or look at our course syllabus, just understanding the schedule. Every week, I will put together an agenda, which will highlight the responsibilities you have for the week. And this is our first week agenda, and it's also located in week number 1 of our Blackboard. So here is our Blackboard site. This is an online course entirely. There is no remote learning. It's all asynchronous. Did I say that right? It's all online. So I will prepare material, prepare assignments, put out the information, and it's up to your responsibility to review it. I have many videos that I will show throughout the course. We have a YouTube playlist with all kinds of videos talking about the topics we're discussing in our textbook. We're using the 17th edition of Statistical Techniques in Business and Economics. I urge you to get a text. Doesn't have to be the 17th edition. If you want to get a cheaper version, I can go as low as 16th edition. Get a used book, rent it. It'll make so much of a difference in your studies in this course because you can review problems, you can look at examples in the text. I give you examples, I review problems, but it's just not the same without a textbook. So you make the decision. I will provide as much information on Blackboard and go over it in my course lectures, but please, a textbook is important for this class. Statistics is very important to your business degree because it gives you the ability to understand data and interpret data and analyze data. And as you all know from probably your business careers or just in your studies thus far in college, that we need data. What's our inflation rate? What's my batting average? What's my golf handicap? If I want to buy 3 items for the price of 2, how do I calculate that? All kinds of statistics are used. What percentile are you in your employment, in your wage rates? All kinds of statistics are used in everyday life and in business, and we're going to study those in this class. So this is our course, Blackboard. This is our cloud, I guess you could say, and it's very important that you check in with this as often as you can during the course of the next 8 weeks. It has all kinds of data and information to guide you and make you successful in learning about business statistics. First off, right off the bat, you notice right here is called the report card. The report card is where you can see your average in the course every given day. All right. As grades are posted, and you'll have a grade posted at the end of this first week on your discussion forum post, you'll see your cumulative average in the class up to that point in time. So that's the report card section. You can click on that grade and it'll go immediately to your grade center and give you the details of your grade. Also, when I send you out any emails or announcements, which I often do, they'll be also posted right here. So if you missed one in your email, make sure when you click on your Blackboard, you're up to date with all the announcements I have sent you. Another key point of this is the Zoom and YouTube links. This is where I'll post videos of the class and videos, important videos that I think you should have. Right now, there's only one item there, and that's the link to our office or student hours every Thursday night that I was just talking about. So you just click on this link and I'll be sitting in my office every Thursday evening, and you can just pop on for a couple of minutes if you have a couple quick questions, or you can stay on and just listen in as students come in and ask questions, and maybe you pick up something during the course of that time. It's my time for you if you have any questions about the course. The course syllabus and schedule information is right here. I've already emailed you the syllabus for the class, and we'll look at that in just a minute. But here's just a brief breakdown. These are more digital versions of a Word doc version and a PDF version of our syllabus. Here's a brief outline of our assignments. Notice our first major grade is going to be next week in week 2, when I give you a case study. And again, it's not a paper. You will be doing papers, very small papers in this class, analyzing and interpreting data. But this is just a case study of sample problems talking about chapters 1 through 4. Samples are in the problems that I have given in the textbook or in the Blackboard in week 1, and I will be posting the solutions and talking about those problems in my follow-up video for this week number 1 this coming Saturday morning. So that's our quick schedule, and we'll look at that every week and make sure you feel comfortable with our schedule. Important dates of the class. Your first graded work naturally is August 28th, this Sunday, the student introduction and bio discussion post. The last day to register and drop this course and get qualified for a full refund is next Monday. So by next Monday, you need to decide whether you want to stay in this course, because if you do decide, you got to pay for it. So that's the drop period. The overall drop period is on September 26th. That's the last day to withdraw. If you withdraw before that day, you will not get a grade in this class. It will not count on your grade point average. But if you do continue on classes and you don't participate after September 26th, you could get what is called a withdrawal fail for this class, and that does influence your grade point average. Make sure you understand all that with your academic advisor, because I know many of you come from different campuses or different areas of the university. Make sure you understand the drop add time for this class. But I hope you stay in here. I'll make it interesting for you, and you got to take this class to move on in your other studies. So let's get it done with this fall. Our course concludes on October 16th with the final examination, which is a take-home. All our exams are and work is take-home. You have your course evaluations, and then I post all the grades on October 20th, and we're done. Here's a little brief description of me, ugly little mugshot, and a little description of me so you just can get to know me. But I assure you, after a few weeks, you'll get to know me quite well with these videos and meeting me online. The next area on our Blackboard site is the student discussion forum, and this serves as two purposes. Every now and then I'll ask for your input about a variety of topics of our class, and you have one this week, the student introduction. You are to create a forum and post a brief 2 to 3 paragraph introduction of yourself. Where did you go to high school? Why did you choose University of Laverne? Do you like the Dodgers? Whatever. And then also I would like you to write a brief description of what you think statistics is as of now. This will probably change dramatically over the course of our class, but what do you think statistics is now? So I want you to post this, and as you can see, some students have already done work on it, and post this by next Sunday at midnight, and I will post a grade. And this is telling me two things: a little bit about yourself, which is good for us to know who you are, and secondly, it tells me your ability to use the Blackboard site to be able to post and write on the site, and that you can be familiar with looking at the site and using it. So that tells me a couple of things. If you have difficulties or have difficulties with Blackboard, please feel free to let me know and I will help you. And also, there's a second section in the discussion forum called questions, where you could post questions of me that all the other students in the class will see. You don't, this is more of a public forum of questions. And you can, and I check this every morning. And if you have any questions about the class or what's going on, you can post it there and I can help you. Okay, the next area on our Blackboard site that you will get familiar with down the road is what is called library guides. It is where you can go in the library, direct link into the Wilson Library, to find a variety of different statistical tools and information. And we'll be using not all of these, because some of them look kind of scary, but we'll be using some of these in the course of our class. And this is like you have access to the Laverne Library and all the tools and research capabilities. This will help you do some of your papers. Now, remember, the papers we're doing in this class are no more than 5 pages long. Most of them are only 2 to 3 pages. So don't anybody freak out about all these papers you see in our assignments. It's just, I give you some data, you interpret and write about it. That's exactly what it is. So it's just pretty short term papers, pretty short in length. So you don't have to worry about being real fancy with your paper productions. It's quick and simple. And this library site will help some of you in doing that work. So that's important to know. The next area is the various weeks of our course, all set up for our course. The first week is week number 1, statistics and introduction. This is where you go to at the beginning every week. And what I do is I give you a PowerPoint that explains all the key points of the chapter and a list of the key areas that you need to be familiar with in the chapter. Notice, especially in chapters 3 and 4, you don't have to read all the chapters. You only go as far as learning objective 4 in your text, which is only about maybe 7, 8 pages, even less in chapter 4. So sometimes students get a little freaked out when they see I'm reading 4 chapters this first week. Well, you're only reading pieces of the chapters. So don't worry about that. This is the most important thing about our first week, is a series of problems at the end of each chapters, exercises. The page numbers are given. And these reflect what you're going to see in your case study, in your papers, and throughout the class, your midterm examination. These are samples. You do not have to do these. They're just study guides. Do these problems, look at these exercises, or down the road when you're preparing for the midterm or preparing for next week's case study, these problems will help you with that work. I will post the solutions every Saturday with my weekend video or end of the week video, and the solutions to these exercises will be posted and I will review them. That's part of the learning. The first video of every week is an introduction, what we're talking about. Do you have any graded work to be done? Explaining all that, blah. Then the second video of the week at the end of the week is going over any problems or discussions of the topics of that week. So that's how this works. The problems are not for grades. They're just for review, templates, study guides for the material that you need to be familiar with for the case studies, the case papers, and the examinations. So that's how this works. So every week is set up to help you prepare for this class. But I strongly urge you to click on and go to your Blackboard like on Saturday or Sunday prior to the week. Go to the week, see the agenda for the week. We've seen this already. See the agenda for the week and then look at the material that you need to review in your textbook. If you don't have a textbook, you can just go straight to the PowerPoint and review the PowerPoints. The PowerPoints are set up just like the textbook with the learning objectives. You'll know exactly what you need in the PowerPoint. So if many of you are struggling with getting a textbook, they're very expensive and you don't want to do that, the PowerPoint will give you the backup to do that. The only problem you will deal with without a textbook is in these review problems. But when I give you the solutions with the problems attached, that should help you understand that. But right now, if you don't have a textbook, you can't go and look over exercises 1 through 4 on pages 11 and 12 because you don't have a book. But I will post, when I post the solutions at the end of every week, you will see those problems and that should help you as well. So I know textbooks, even used books or rentals are still expensive. If you don't want to go through that, I understand, and that's why I'm giving you this data to help you get through that. Here's our course syllabus, and please, if you have not yet done so, please review this this week. Okay, by the end of the week, because it gives you a lot of information, gives you a lot of data. Here's again the link to our student hours on Thursday night. Here's the link to our Blackboard YouTube site. If you just click on this link, let's hope this works. And it does. And it goes directly to our YouTube site. You don't pay for this. This is part of my nickel. And it will have videos. You might want to look these: introduction to statistics, the average, some of our discussions of this week and next, and then more videos will be posted to this as we go along. So again, if you don't have a textbook, go to this YouTube site and look at the videos. They serve just as well as reading the textbook, along with looking at the PowerPoints that I provide. So again, these videos are there to design to give you backup and understanding of the material. Again, with the online nature of our class, I do not speak to you in a lecture format in person or even remotely. I give you videos, I give you explanations. So that makes it a little bit more on you to make sure you study and read the material. Now I'm going to scare you. This class, my total videos I will put online every week will total anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. You should spend double that on the material outside of that. So you should be spending anywhere from 4 to 6 hours a week on this class if you want to do well. 4 to 6 hours. And just give you an idea in the planning you should make if you want to be successful and get an A, and I'm sure you all want to get an A, to be successful in this course. So again, this is a course in business statistics. There's the goals, the relationship to our business degree program, our learning objectives, and as you can see, they're quite extensive. We might not be able to get to all of them, but I think by the end of these 8 weeks, you'll have a nice review, a nice preparation for accounting, for finance, for marketing, for organizational management. All these courses down the line for you will require you to do statistic analysis and interpretation. And that's what we're going to try to achieve to get you prepared for those other courses. Here's the topics we will be covering in each of our weeks, and this is in the highlighted material that you get by week in Blackboard, just so you get a general idea. There's our textbook. I would advise you to have a computer to be able to do your work, and naturally you need it to get into Blackboard, so please do that. Do not try to do this course on your cell phone. that's very dangerous. You're looking at trouble there. So make sure you have a laptop, a tablet, a desktop to do this course. Your responsibilities, my responsibilities. Here's how I will be doing the assessment of the course. 35% is in the papers that you'll be doing. 40% are in the midterm and the final examination. And the case study, homework, the discussion posts are another quarter of your grade. So that's how this course is breaking down as far as grading is concerned. A little description of what I'll be talking about in the papers that you'll be doing 4 of them, all very short term, but they all relate to the topics at hand and you to relate those topics to the real world. Again, here's our weekly schedule. This week, we're just reviewing chapters 1 through 4. Next week, it's 5 and 6, and I'll be giving you a case study on weeks 1 on the topics of chapters 1 through 4. Then in week 3, right off the bat, we get our midterm. The midterm is on the first 6 chapters of the class. Then we get into a series of papers, one after another. These papers, as I said earlier, are 2 to 3 to 4 pages long. I will give you a topic from the reading. You will interpret it and write it in a paper. And then we have our final examination. Naturally, academic honesty is very important. You are to do your own work, and naturally it's off-site, it's online. And please make sure if you do not do your own work, if you ask somebody to help you, a friend, a fellow student, somebody in your workplace, a family member, all I want you to do is just note it as a reference in your posting of your work. Just note it. Reference. I had such and such help me with this problem. They provided me some of the answers and the help in the problem. All you need to do is tell me that. If you go to somebody and you don't reference them as a source to your answer, that's where we have some academic honesty issues involved. So please just tell me your references of where you get your information. If it doesn't come from your head or from the textbook, let me know where you got the information. It's just important. Our grading policy, more stuff on academic honesty, university mission. One of the things I like to tell online students especially, that even though you're an online student and you're not coming to a regional campus site or you're not coming to the Laverne main campus site, you still have access to all kinds of services at the University of Laverne. Counseling, health, tutoring, Academic Success Center. You call up the Academic Success Center, you go online, you click that link, there's somebody there to help you with statistics. So again, if you have needs of services as being a student at the University of Laverne, here are some links to help you with those services, or also you can ask me. So that's our syllabus. Please take the time to read it and make sure you understand everything about this course. And if you don't understand, then you send me an email, you drop a discussion forum post. You can even send me a text. Here's my cell phone. Now you can send me a text there. Or you can come to our office hours on Thursday night, 6 to 9. Stop in, say hi, let me know how you're doing. If you have any concerns, Mr. Hassey, I'm going to be out of town, or I'm busy at work. Can I get some extra time doing an assignment? No problem. Please just let me know. And that's what the student hours are all about. So we're off and running. Business statistics online for the fall term, and we're off and running for our class. I want to say that I'm looking forward to working with you all. I'm very accessible. I'm very low maintenance. All I expect you to do is your best, and I will provide you the material and the information to do and be your best in this class. So again, my name is Rick Hassey. Look forward to working with you. Please stop by the office hours Thursday evenings and say hi, or just to chat and get to know you. Post your discussion forum this week, and I'll see you on a follow-up video reviewing our problems for the week on Saturday. And then we begin it all over again in our week 2 next week on Monday. Thanks, everybody. and have a great rest of the week. Adios.